Welcome everybody to the Dope Academy podcast. My kids are already laughing. I have a really great episode planned tonight. We're going to wrap up some things that happened in 2020 as far as hip hop is concerned. And we're going to do it in more of a old school versus new school, young versus wiser, not older approach. So, of course, you're used to seeing my co-host, Ahijay, aka Eric. He's here with us today. Thank you for being here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for
Happy
traveling.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you for traveling the roads of 95 to get here to be here with us. And just so y'all can see what's going on, this is what you look like. And my two special co-hosts today are my sons, Giavanni. Say hello.
Hello, how you doing?
And Jeremiah.
What's up?
Because my children, of course, have been raised on music, so I do value their opinion on music, but sometimes I just don't get it. So we are going to kind of go through that. Everybody in the comments, make sure you share. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel for the Dope Academy and our Instagram page. You can follow us, like all that stuff on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeart, and soon Tidal. Okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you leave some comments for me and we'll talk back to you, all that good stuff. So, while I'm getting situated, how was everybody's New Year? How was your New Year, EJ?
Great. Got up with a couple of people. You know, we were safe, less than 10, but good food, good music, hookah, works.
All right.
All good.
Hey, Odalis. Odalis said, woohoo! That's my man. My son's girlfriend's in the comments. So nobody get no ideas, right? Giovanni, how was your New Year's?
It was good. I didn't really do anything.
You didn't spend it with your mom.
I didn't know you were having something.
I didn't. I was in bed by 12:03, actually.
Oh, okay. I just ate some food with my girlfriend, Odalis, and
Project your voice, talk up.
I ate some food with my girlfriend, and that was about it. We didn't really do anything.
Okay. Oh, Dallas, let me know if there's a problem with hearing us, please, in the comments. Because he sounds low to me, but these mics are powerful, so I don't know. Jeremiah, what did you do for New Year's?
Well, I kind of just hung out with y'all and watched TV till I think around like 11:30. I went to sleep because I was just very tired for some reason. I don't know why.
2020. Everybody was just done with 2020.
I just didn't feel like staying up this year.
Okay. Oh, Dallas said she can hear us good, so we're good. Which means your mic is real good, EK.
Yeah, that's a hot one.
Okay.
that one's picking me up.
Oh, okay. My engineer got the dope supplies. Make sure if you're local, you need any type of recording services, you need to record any type of studio time. If you have a podcast or a radio show that you'd like to have someone who kind of knows a little bit more about it and you're just getting started and have an engineer, this is Fredericksburg Public Access Radio where I record at. And I have a really dope engineer. His name is DJ EK. He is great people, good people, deep down in his core. So, you know, I like to surround myself with good people. He's a good person. Definitely check them out. Contact them for studio time if you need that. For sure. All right, so we're going to get started. What we're going to do is we're doing the 2020 year-end wrap-up, right? A lot of stuff happened in hip-hop in 2020, a lot. So we're obviously not going to be able to cover everything. But we're going to cover some big things, and then I want to get everybody's opinions on who's their favorite artist to break out this year, what their favorite albums were, all that stuff. So you make sure everybody who's watching, leave comments based on, you know, who you feel is your favorite artist of the year. Just make sure you put that in there. Your favorite album of the year. Your wildest moments in hip-hop and rap of the year. Anything that you want us to kind of like pick up and talk on, that good stuff. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is slide number 1. So this year, of course, was very unique in we had a pandemic. Unless you are listening to the Yo Gotti song Recession Proof, because he calls it an epidemic, and it really bothers me that he says that. It's a dope song, but he says epidemic hit, and I'm like, no, it's pandemic. It's pandemic. It changed the face of everything. It was a different way of living for all of us, for sure. In my life, in all of my years I've been here, I've never experienced anything that's like 2020. I'm not going to say it's the hardest year of my life, because I don't know if that's true, but it was definitely challenging, especially if you're a business owner, especially if you're in any type of industry like us, where it was greatly affected by the pandemic. But I do want to get a perspective of the youth and how they dealt with quarantining and pandemic. So Giovanni and Jeremiah, before we start talking about everything else, tell me how 2020 affected y'all.
2020 affected me because I'm a college student, so like a lot of classes like turned remotely. So like we had Zoom classes now, and like wasn't a lot of people on campus because like all my classes were off campus this semester, and usually they all are like on, but since like the pandemic, they were all online.
And did it cause some of the classes to get pushed back, like affect your graduating date?
Yeah, like if kind of like if you hadn't already like done like some of your like some of the classes you already have. Oh, sorry, let me slow down.
It's okay.
Sorry. If you hadn't like already like had some classes already set up since the pandemic, they kind of pushed everything back. So I mean.
Yeah, because I had a couple. I know that happened to you, but I had a couple of clients who were, in college as well, and it happened to them because they hadn't already got the classes or whatever. And I was like, oh, that same thing happened to my son. So now he's going to graduate later than he would have because of pandemic stuff.
Just one semester back.
Just one semester.
Just one semester back.
Yeah, so it's all good. Jeremiah, you're still in middle school. You're in 8th grade. Yes, he's in middle school. So I don't want to hear it. Yes, I have a child who looks like he's an adult, but he is not. I was the same way. I show you my 5th grade pictures. I was towering over everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My 5th grade pictures I have on jean jumper, because remember those was like, style, and it's spray painted with all these different rappers' names on it.
Okay.
And if you look at the picture, I am towering over every kid in the picture. So yeah. So he gets it honest. So how did it affect you this year?
Well, this year it's been a little bit harder in school because I'm not very used to doing school online. And it's not like I'm not very used to like not seeing my friends at school, so it's very, very different. But everything else, like except school, I'm not really very much of a social person, so it didn't really affect me that much.
Yeah, he's more of an introvert, so it didn't affect him and I've noticed that from people. The introverts have been way more chill about it. They're like, oh, really? We don't like people anyway. Like, what are you talking about? So that part didn't affect him as much because he's not the type of kid who likes going to the mall and all that stuff. But just being able to do the daily routine, I think that affected everybody. And of course, for us, it affected our businesses. It affected where we work. It affected just the anxiety and fear of how you're going to make it through, or how you're going to eat, how you're going to do that, whatever.
Absolutely.
I do understand people not hustling because it was a lot mentally, but I also do value seeing all the hustler spirits that came out. A lot of hustle came out this year.
Absolutely.
A lot of hustle. Because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, So make sure you leave comments in the comment section if you want to talk about how it affected you, how all that affected you greatly. If you're leaving me comments on my personal page, please go to the Dope Dichotomy page because I'm not watching those comments right now. I'm watching comments on the actual page. So if you want me to say something back, then that's kind of where it's going to be. All right, so what we're going to get into first is something that did come out of the pandemic that was beautiful, and that's the Versus Battles by Swiss Beats and Timbaland. So early on, if you remember, y'all might not remember, but we do, the DJs are the ones who like really started giving it up. D Nice had amazing sets. So all of us who were 80s, 90s babies were loving those sets. It was taking you back. You had like a party. It was calling them quarantine parties, which also then sparked the versus battles. The versus battles are you give people their flowers while they're here, and you let them battle each other track for track, 20 songs, okay? So I want to talk about the ones that I know me and you have seen a lot of them.
Right.
They've only seen a few, and I know he's seen Gucci Mane because he came to my house to watch it. The Gucci Jeezy joint.
Okay.
Which one we were always nervous about. But I want to know who everybody's favorite versus battles was. I'll start with mine. My favorite versus battle. It's hard because there's a lot of good ones. Energy-wise, the Beanie Man Bounty Killer joint.
Okay.
That was hilarious. When the cops showed up to shut them down because of the pandemic, and Beanie Man was like, "You want to be that guy? I have 1 million people watching." That was a great classic moment. And then for those of you who don't know, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer were basically Jeezy and Gucci Mane. Like, there was all kinds of stuff that happened between them, so that was beautiful. I enjoyed the Monica Brandy joint, but it disappointed me because Brandy did not play the correct songs. And I realized I don't really like Brandy's personality too much.
Really?
I watched that battle and I was like, oh, I know why Monica don't like you. Like, I really did. I felt bad. I did. She's like that, and she's like that irritating friend. Brandy is like that irritating friend.
Yeah.
I get it. I really, really loved the RZA versus Primo joint. The RZA versus Primo joint with Wu-Tang was really, really dope. And of course, Erykah Badu and Jill Scott. That was a amazing, beautiful, beautiful set. Who were your favorites?
My favorite above all, Snoop DMX.
The Snoop DMX was good. DMX is amazing though. Like,
Hits galore.
hits galore for sure.
Snoop was dancing. Snoop was smoking.
DMX was DMX.
DMX was, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite.
That was a really good one. That was. What was your favorite versus battle, Giovanni?
I mean, I only watched like maybe 3 of them.
So they weren't as popular among your age group, right? How old are you?
I'm 21.
21. And how old are you, Jeremiah?
14.
He's 14. So were the versus battles as popular amongst y'all as they were for us? Because, you know, you used to see me get hype.
No.
They were big. You know, I mean, they were big.
Not like they were like big, but like, I mean, there were people that are like older, you know.
Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg, DMX, like we know some of their stuff, but I mean, I can't tell you like all their music, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess Jeezy and Gucci by default.
Yeah.
I watched like some of like the Nelly Ludacris, I think.
That one I missed, actually.
I watched a little bit of that one, and then like the Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, I watched a little bit of that. But I guess Gucci and Jeezy by default, because I know most of their music.
Yeah.
So were you entertained by it?
I mean, yeah, it was a vibe, I guess.
I was nervous the whole time. It seemed like tension was thick,
Yeah.
you know.
Plus, you played 4 songs about killing somebody.
Somebody who you were right next to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about you smoking Pookie Loc. I said, oh, what's going on? Jeremiah, have you watched any of the versus battles?
I watched like the first 30 minutes of the Jeezy Gucci one, and then I just chilled in my room.
Right.
I didn't really like it, so I just.
So do y'all think, because they're expanding the versus empire, which they should, and they're just going to start branching out and doing stuff, and they talked about doing undercards, but Swiss Beats was saying if we only knew how much it takes to even get that done.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy that they have transitioned into what it is now, but in the beginning it was so pure. It was so pure, you know what I'm saying? But the audio quality and stuff wasn't as good. So it is what it is.
It would be popular, like
you
more
think if they did
like,
younger people?
Yeah, but like a lot of people don't want to do it. Like,
But they would have to, and then how many young people have 20?
That's the thing about it. Like, how many?
not even just like someone like Chris Brown. You know, they're like
Okay.
that. Like
Oh
someone
no,
like
they're
that.
trying to
like
get
a
them, but they
Drake or
want to
Chris
bring.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be popular for like
Right.
us if like
Because they're still really relevant right now.
yeah, or like even Trey Songz or like somebody like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Chris Brown versus Usher would be that would be an event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would
be.
really be an event. Because at first I was like,
And that would be
Chris
a
got it. And then
crossover
I started
because
looking, I
young
was
people
like,
and
ooh.
older people were like
Yes,
that. So
it
yeah,
would
that
be
would
a
do
big
numbers.
one.
I think that would do the most numbers.
that
period.
would do
Yeah.
numbers. Who has the biggest numbers so far?
I want.
Was it Gucci and Jeezy?
Nah. wasn't that? Might have been Monica and Brandy.
Maybe it was Monica and Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did that.
Michelle Obama was in the comments. I said, oh, shucks. Like, what? That's dope. So, hey, Ronnie. Hey, Ray. Ray said DMX versus Snoop and Beanie and Bounty. The youngins wasn't tuned in. They sure weren't. Jeremiah said, I watched about 30 minutes and then I went to my room. You know he was on the PlayStation.
It's real live over there, right? They would have had it when we was kids. They would have did, the Temptations get the Four Tops. So you watching that?
Well, Temptation, that's my grandma's generation. If they did they would have did Shalimar versus Atlantic Star.
But they did the Gladys Knight. So, I mean, that would have been...
I ain't watched that one.
I love
Gladys Knight and Patty Webb, but I ain't watched that one. Yeah. I feel them.
Wasn't locked into them.
I love them, but I'm not going to sit at a versus battle with Patty and Gladys. I'm just not going to do it. No. Not.
You want to eat a patty pie and watch Patty sing?
Yeah, Patty can cook and she can sing. Don't get me wrong. But a versus battle?
Yeah, I ain't watching either.
But I love versus battles and I love all the throwback music. But I do agree with Giavanni. I think that it would be dope to solidify artists who are still relevant, but they still appeal to our generation and then to a younger generation as well. And I think there's only a few: Drake, Chris Brown, Trey Songz,
Lil Wayne, Jay-Z,
Lil Wayne,
Kanye.
I don't think anybody can battle. Lil Wayne's alien. Who can battle Lil Wayne? Jay-Z? Drake. They would never do that.
Because remember, you're only doing 20 versus 20, not whole catalog. So
I know, but there's certain people that there's certain people that there's only going to be a few people who they can even step in the ring with. Drake is one of them. Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. There's certain who's gonna battle Drake? Lil Wayne. That's really a good one.
But they're never gonna do that. That's what I'm saying.
I think Chris Brown would do it if it makes sense for him. I think Drake and Lil Wayne, I don't know if they would ever battle. Especially now with Lil Wayne about to be down for a minute,
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
My girl, she was like, if R. Kelly ever
Hold on, I'm sorry. Rel said Eminem could get at Lil Wayne. Okay, let's talk about it.
Stop, because it ain't nothing. Eminem has what? How many songs you can bop to? 0?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about that elephant in the room. So Eminem definitely has 20 cuts. Do not get me wrong.
Right.
20 cuts, right? Versus battle is about it hitting that feeling.
Exactly.
Eminem does not have, and the versus battle is widely watched by the black community. While the majority of people recognize Eminem's skill set, prop him up, whatever, he definitely does pay homage to the culture. So I don't really think he's a culture vulture like some people say. I don't see him as that. But let's keep it real. You're not jumping in a black person's car and they're popping Eminem in because he's not relevant anymore. He's kind of went a whole different. He's dope. He still has skills, but he's not really relevant. And even when he was really relevant, we weren't bopping him like that and it's not because he's white. It's because his content is not as relatable. It's just not. We don't rap about killing our moms, and we just don't do that. So I think it would be really hard for Eminem to get at Lil Wayne.
I just think sonically, it's like
it's different.
Yeah, you have to have something where you want to dance to. Well, at least Bobby had to. He has 0 songs.
Yeah,
like that.
there's no. It's all lyrical miracle. Now, Eminem versus Busta would be good. Busta would crush him though, I think. But I think that would be great, lyrically, But yeah.
But my homegirl was just saying nobody could see R. Kelly. And I was like, are you serious? Chris Brown.
That's because Boosie said that. That's what everybody say. You know how I have a great disdain for R. Kelly? Great. But if we took all that out of there and I'm just listening to the music, I agree. No one can get with R. Kelly. No one. He could do 20 and then do 20 more and then do 20 more. That would get everybody out of here. Okay. I will say that.
Now, I know he's a vibe, right? But Chris Brown, as far as hits, he's almost double R. Kelly, right?
No. I get it. But Chris Brown's music does not hit the same. We still have, after all this evidence, after he's peed on little girls, after he married Aaliyah, people who are so deep in cognitive dissonance, they're like, he ain't talking about me, and still listen to that music because That's how much of a musical genius he is.
That's
I haven't listened to him in
music
so
that
many years, but
that's music
I know
they
it
got married
hits.
to and, you know, had kids to.
I don't listen to his music. I haven't listened to his music in so many years, but it hits.
Yeah. True.
It hits different for me because when I hear "Seems Like You're Ready," it sounds like a pedophile call, like all the songs. But there's a lot of people, and he got young people, he got old people, he got old people.
He has anthems.
What are you gonna do when he puts in "Step in the Name of Love"? What are you gonna do?
I believe I can fly, and I wish are anthems.
I bet you do believe he could fly right now. I bet you wish. You can fly right out of that joint. I bet you wish. Kells wins against anybody. That's what Rel said. I made my son to a couple of songs. Don't put your son on that to R. Kelly's nasty butt. Leave him alone.
It happened. It happened.
Leave him alone.
It happened.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Like, I don't think nobody can get at him. I don't think. Not in that realm. If somebody gotta get at R. Kelly, it's gotta be like Prince. Yeah, it's gotta be like Prince, Michael Jackson. It's gotta be like
Stevie Wonder.
icons. And even then, I think Stevie Wonder would have a hard day. I think Michael Jackson would have a hard day. I think Prince has that hit. Prince has that music that they go, oh shit. That's what you need to battle Michael.
Michael Jackson would have a hard.
Michael Jackson would have a hard time after about 10 songs. We talked about this.
I said nobody beating Michael Jackson.
Okay, so listen.
Come on.
Well, his
Jackson. Okay, what'd you say?
Well, his dad.
Now, first of all, if they had a Michael Jackson,
He can't say what his dad would.
that wouldn't be just us though.
That's fucked up.
Everybody watching if they put Mike on versus, right? First of all.
Yeah, that's true. So he would get.
Then the scope is
international.
different.
That's true.
Cause I actually know like a lot of Michael Jackson. I don't know a lot of Prince music, but like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson music, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I see what you guys
I
are
was
saying.
listening to Michael Jackson like
I mean, he had
elementary
people
school
falling out.
dances and stuff.
Come on.
Okay, so let's talk about this. I don't even really like R. Kelly, but we're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Half on a Baby. What Michael Jackson song is getting that out of here? Automatically.
You putting us on the spot.
No,
really?
yeah, I am.
I don't know.
What Michael Jackson song is getting Half on a Baby out here? What Michael Jackson song is getting Down Low out of here?
Okay. I have nothing. I mean, but
Mm-hmm.
that's not 20 though. You
What
said
Michael
2
Jackson
songs.
song is getting Ignition out here? Well, the way you make me feel. We're getting Ignition out of here. Yeah.
Come on.
But it's not as easy as y'all think. Now, I did have this conversation with Giavanni a couple of weeks ago about who would beat or be a good matchup for the Jackson 5. And like, if you do the Jackson 5, you can like include everything they've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think New Edition.
Stop it.
Because they have enough like side music.
No. Okay, but the Jackson 5 side. Oh, so you're gonna add on, Jermaine Jackson.
Yes,
We said-
everybody is.
Okay, when you
the
do it like
Jacksons,
that, though.
We said even what's the
Janet?
Yeah, we said
No.
Janet.
If Janet's included, we can
But
do that.
but you know, if you're
It's not
just
gonna
doing
win.
Jackson 5 against New Edition has what, 5 hits? Come on now, name them.
You tripping?
Name them.
Wait.
No, I'm talking about New Edition.
Candy
we're not talking
Girl.
about.
No,
we're not talking about.
but that's what I'm saying. If you include New Edition, you get to include BBD's hits, Bobby Brown's hits, Ralph Tresvant's
I'm saying that's the only way they won't get bodied.
No, when I'm saying
Yeah,
New
I get
Edition,
what
I'm
you're
saying
saying.
everything that comes from them.
I get what you're saying.
Just like if we do like a producer, it's everything that comes from them.
Okay.
If you battling Kanye West, it's Kanye West's music, his production, and what he's
Mhm.
done for people, whatever.
Mhm.
But anyways, I could go on and on a day about verses. As you can see, verses is very popular in our generation. And thank you, Timberland and Swiss Beats, for making us remember how it felt when we first heard, ooh, cash rules everything around me. It just
Mhm.
took us back, right?
It did.
This was pre-pedophile documentary. I feel you. Although some of us already knew. I have been listening to
Some
R.
of
Kelly
us,
for
all
like
of us
15
knew.
years. But a lot of people didn't really
That
fully
line,
understand until they saw the docu-series.
People
It
didn't even
brought it
realize-
all together.
But people didn't realize that he actually says "Little Cute Aaliyah's got it."
Yeah.
I'm like,
He says
was
all that
like, no,
stuff.
he didn't say that. I'm like, yeah,
And
he did.
Aaliyah's album cover is called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, and it has her in the front and him lurking in the back looking
And
like a pedophile.
And did you see that BT interview when he was asking the questions that both of them had to look like?
Yeah, because he was training her. You could see it already. Yeah, craziness. All right, next one. So, what we are discussing next, let me look at my screen. Oh, the wildest story of the year.
Of course, it got to be Megan and Tori.
Megan and Tori.
Oh,
I think Megan
I'm
and
wrong
Tori.
with that, too.
Megan and Tori.
Yeah.
Megan and Tori. There's been some crazy stuff that has happened in hip hop, you know, because it's life and crazy things happen. I can't remember ever hearing something as crazy as this little short black Canadian rapper / singer from Canada is dating this 10-foot tall woman who calls herself a male horse, and he gets mad or something happens and he shoots her in the foot.
Were they dating?
They were dating, yes.
It was confirmed that they were
Oh
dating?
yeah.
At Kylie's swimming.
At Kylie, yes, thank you.
In
At
Beverly
Kylie
Hills
Jenner's
Hills.
house.
Right.
That is the wildest story ever. Wild.
He
Wild.
had a bad 2020. He went from the Instagram jump.
He was doing so good. Tory was killing the quarantine game.
Yeah.
What was he calling it? Quarantine radio.
I forgot what channel's about to get. It was offering him a show.
YouTube. I mean, but you know what it is? It's the short man complex that happens. That has to be what it is. I know y'all
Isn't
men don't
most
want
of
to
the
hear it.
industry short?
Yeah, but man, come on.
Short man just been down terrible this year.
Wow, who else?
But on top of that or whatever, you're talking about that gunplay. It's been a lot of violence in hip hop this year.
It is, and we're gonna get into that later when we talk about pour our little liquor section because we lost some greats, you know,
Right.
some talented people, for sure. Actually, today I had the opportunity to really listen to King Von, and that was a talent. Like that's crazy, yeah. Because you said you didn't listen. I was like, I've heard some stuff.
King Von.
Yeah, I finally got like really sat with his music for a minute, and he had a lot of talent.
His last album was good.
Yeah.
It was a lot better than his other album.
Yeah, he just started rapping basically.
The progression was
yeah.
a lot. But no, he was good.
So, Giavanni and Jeremiah, what was the general consensus in your age group and your age group as far as Tory Lanez shooting Meg the Stallion?
It was low. It was
Supposedly.
like 50-50, honestly.
So some people were on his side, some
Yeah.
people were on her side.
I was like, I was on Meg's, but
Mhm.
I have a lot of friends that really think actually, I'm not even gonna put nobody name on. I ain't gonna put nobody name on here. But some of our family believes that you know, he was riding around and he ain't shooters. But I don't know. It's a lot of he says.
I think there's more to the story than we know because it is weird, but I definitely think he shot her. Now, whether he meant to shoot her or he was trying to scare her because he was, you know, because they were all inebriated, I don't know.
Well, if you aim your gun and shoot at somebody,
It was dumb.
you might not have been trying to shoot them, but if you shooting and trying to miss them, then you might as well have shot them.
What do y'all think about her best friend who was there writing a diss track towards her at this point? I think she's clout chasing. It sounds very like ridiculous, but
Yeah. I can see that.
I don't know what else to say about it.
what do you
never
think
heard it.
about? Oh yeah, she's horrible. She thinks she's rapping, but she's horrible. And apparently the girl wanted Tory. It was like a whole love triangle thing with that too. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot to this story that I don't think we're ever gonna get. What do you think about the fact that Tory came out with that album and is talking about it on that album? He never came out in the media and said I didn't do it or blah 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 blah, but he released the album about it. What do you think that made him look like?
I feel like he did that so that like people weren't like trying to like shut him down, because only like the real fans were like listening to the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was just saying like all of like the people that were like hating on him because of the situation, like he didn't want them to listen to it because he wanted to like get his opinion out without people like trying to cancel him and stuff.
That's a way to look at it.
And I agree because I went back and forth. At first I was like, oh, he's sucker. That's sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you doing that? First of all, you're a man. Why were you even in that position to do that for? But then
Right.
secondly, like, that's sucker. But on the other hand, if you're an artist, you do speak through your art.
Absolutely.
So I had to like pull back that and be like, oh, I can't. Because I love when an artist puts their introspective album. You know, I love that. So I can't be mad at him for that. The album was actually good. I've only listened to it once because I really am not on him like that anymore. But it was actually good. But he always did good music.
That's
like,
one of my favorite songs. A Woman? One of my favorite songs of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that in the song of the year thing.
Mhm.
So Tory Lanez had your favorite song of the year.
No, that's one of.
Oh, they gonna kill you in the comments. Ladies gonna get you. What's up, Terrence? I see you watching. Okay, so we can go to. Oh, hold on. Before we leave that one, another wild story was Tekashi 6ix9ine coming home, going to Nipsey's mural and taking pictures and like doing all this other stuff and trolling. That was, I mean, his story in general is wild.
Ain't he missing?
I don't know about right now, but what I'm saying is what he showed is that trolling, because a lot of this younger generation, they troll to get likes, to get views, but what he showed is it's so temporary because he did not have the benefit of being able to move around as much because of quarantining. And it's crazy that he came out and nobody killed him. Like, it really is crazy to me. It's, you know, streets is done. You know how that is.
Right.
But the fact that it didn't work this time. He was in the past. He's always been able to troll all this other stuff. At first, it worked, and then when the world shut down, you don't really hear too much about him. And they were talking about it on the Joe Budden podcast. How one of the things he underestimated was how much it was going to cost for a record label to pay for him to even be able to move around, because he has so many death threats. He has to have this big team.
Right.
You know, and then they're gonna be like, oh well, it's not worth it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how did you guys feel about Tekashi's decisions and then how he behaved when he came home?
I mean, I didn't really listen to him like that before anyway. But I mean, like, you're a rat, you're a snitch. I mean, this is how it is, I guess. And then he came home and he was
doing the most.
Yeah, but it was for only, it felt like it wasn't for that long. Like, I really haven't heard about him in a minute.
Because it didn't work.
Yeah,
he tried. His album went wood. Yeah, he tried.
Yeah, I'm
then
ready.
He bigged it up like, yo,
like,
this is about to be the best
right?
numbers ever. I'm like, bruh.
And he was always the person talking about people's numbers. So he got a little embarrassed. So you and your friends don't really never really listen to him like that.
Well, I mean, some of my friends did, but like,
it wasn't
not
like that.
Like that, he got that one song, the first song he came out with. What's that first song?
The Billy song?
No, the other one.
I don't know. I don't listen to any of his.
Well, he had like his first big song.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like that anthem almost.
Oh, dang, I can't remember what it's called. But like the first big song, that song was cool. But then like all his other sound, it's like, oh, it all sounds the same. And if you like that, then. But I mean,
okay.
I don't really listen to stuff like that.
Next one, Eric. I saw the tape years ago. So the next one is Pour Out a Little Liquor, and we're going to talk about how we did experience some losses this year in hip hop. We experienced some losses in general,
Right.
like as just American culture. So many, like they took Kenny Rogers. Everybody. Kobe. It started with Kobe, and then it just never stopped. It felt like. But specifically in hip-hop, we lost Pop Smoke, who I was just getting into. I think he had a lot of potential. I love that album that was released. He was definitely different. Reminded me of like a melodic DMX almost.
So you mess with the New York drill music?
I do. I didn't used to like drill, but I actually do, and it's definitely growing on me, and I'm actually happy that New York is doing that.
Right.
I know it's not originally, because drill music is originally Chicago, right? I know it's not originally a New York thing, but New York to me...
But their sound is different.
It's different. But they needed something different.
Right.
New York needed something different.
Right.
Like, it's always been boom bap for so long.
Yeah, they got to the place where it was all Timbs. I was like, yeah, y'all forget it. Y'all used to dance too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like New York forgot that.
Yeah, you don't have to always have Timbs on and boom bap every second. So I am happy about that. How do y'all feel about, before we get into the depths, how do y'all feel about New York drill music? Because I used to be a real big Chief Keef fan, so I know that you like the original.
Still am.
Oh, God. I'm not a Chief Keef
I mean,
fan.
he don't really make music no more. But
okay.
But I mean...
But you still like his stuff.
His, like, influence is
I definitely see
great.
his influence, because he tried to put me on, and I was not feeling him, but I see Chief Keef's influence in a lot of people. I'm like, oh, okay. He must have been about something.
Well, I mean, they started like the whole drill wave, and then Chicago was like super hot for like a while. And then Atlanta came, and then I guess it's still Atlanta, New York, kind of now.
New York, Atlanta, Chicago. Kind of all of them. Kind of just whoever puts music out is good right now.
Right.
We don't really have a
middle,
region.
Middle
No,
school.
I think Atlanta overall is doing it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah. But like middle
In that
school,
Louisiana area.
it was just Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago was super big.
So, do you like the drill music, Jeremiah? I know you do because you made me a drill playlist.
Oh, you had a drill playlist.
Oh,
Who
yes,
was on?
he
Who was on it?
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll share it with you. He
Okay.
made a drill playlist on
Chief
Spotify.
Keef, Lil Durk, you know, all the essentials. You know.
All the essentials. Okay, all the essentials. Got it.
Is Lil TJ considered New York drill?
No,
No.
he's too melodic.
I just got put on to Lil TJ,
Well, he's pretty popular though, New York wise.
New York.
Yeah.
So Pop Smoke, and I know you did a thing for college about Pop Smoke. It was so good.
I like Pop Smoke.
How did y'all feel about that?
I really like just started listening to him too. Probably like a month before he passed away. I was really like listening to his music hard, and then he passed away. It was pretty like sudden, cause like he was really
And a
about,
home
he was about
invasion.
to like he was turning into the Leaf.
He had like a big hit with Dior,
Yeah.
like, and he was
50 was giving them a plug.
yeah, like, and he was just different. I was like, okay, we got somebody unique.
And he had a nice voice.
Yeah, very good. He had his own little hairstyle. Like he had all the
Yeah. His
package.
interviews is always entertaining.
Yep, he had everything he needed. So that was just sad. Jeremiah, did that death affect your age group, do you think, or not really as much?
I mean, I personally didn't really listen to him that much, but I don't like mine for his music. Like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, turn that off. That's
He's not trash, but he's not
Yeah.
your thing.
He ain't your go-to.
Yeah.
So also a rapper who I was not familiar with before his death, King Von, passed, and I have listened to his music now, and he was definitely a talent. How did that affect y'all? Did you listen to his music before, or?
Well, I'm big on I was really big on Lil Durk, and that's like it was
That's his
that was
man.
like his right hand man. And then when he passed, it was like sad because
Yeah.
like you know Durk always going through something. So then when he passed away, and like he did release the album probably like a couple of months or like maybe like half a year ago. When did his album come out? Like in around like December maybe.
Who, King Von?
Yeah. But his last album was really good.
So Giavanni stamps it. He said King Von's last album, listen to it. I did listen to some of it today, and it was actually really good. I really do like it.
Yeah, it was good.
Did you like King Von, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I listen to him a lot. I mean, like, I listen to a lot of his old stuff. Like, basically, I listen to like all of his albums.
It was crazy how
Yeah,
old
like-
stuff is just like 6 months ago.
Yeah, to them, 'cause
Right.
it's a microwave culture now.
Albums used to last like 3 years.
And I hate that about music. I love that music is so accessible, but I hate
Albums last 3 years.
how. Oh yeah.
You went 3 years between albums.
When we said a
Oh,
classic,
they
it
don't
was a
even do that
classic
no more, though.
because
Unless you're like
everything
but
is
you
so
know,
instant.
DMX started that wave though. He was the first artist to have 2 #1 rap albums in 1 year. Then
Mhm.
everybody was just like, then after that, Jay-Z and DMX,
Yep.
Ja Rule, they started that. You gotta have an album every year. But before that, what, 98?
Mhm.
Nah, you had an album about every 3 years.
So the way that Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole are with their album, that's how it always was. You know how now everybody's like, you're taking too long. Where's your album? And they take like
Right.
3 years in between.
I mean,
That's
it
how
would
it
be
always
it would
was.
be hard unless you're like, cause they're like, you know,
Yeah.
they're so high. Like
They're
it'd be
like a-
hard for someone to do that
And still
not
stay
even-
relevant.
Yeah, and still stay relevant
Yeah.
and not, you know, be doing something all the
I
time.
understand why it goes on. I do. I just hate it because
Like even
music
Drake,
is not
Drake
digested
releases,
like it should be anymore.
Drake releases like once a year, but still, like when he releases, everyone's like they're
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
They're waiting for when he drops. So
Yeah.
It's just I just don't
like
understand
he really
how it can be
like
digested.
he can do it, but it's like they want it so bad, you know.
Drake could actually take time in between.
No, but then
it softens
like,
your skill set too if you take too much time.
but the
so.
Drake fans is like ridiculous.
Yeah, they are.
Like
And if you ain't on that whatever new wave it is, which is why I think Drake is brilliant, because he'll always get on with a nobody. You'll be like, oh yeah, that's what that is. I'm gonna jump on that or whatever.
He's really
Right.
good at maneuvering the time. You don't think so?
no, he is.
Yeah.
That's what, a lot of people are like. He's just
They hate on him, but
But it goes both ways or whatever. A lot of times people they splash. That's how Migos splash, really, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, who's these dudes with Drake?
yeah. Drake he put a lot of people on.
Mhm.
But I mean like I don't know.
Working on the weekend like usual.
Oh no, he did not put him on. Do not do that. Do not do that. That is not what we about to do.
Why?
Because he did
Future
not
has
put him
been
on.
for a long time.
Okay. I'm
But
not
when they
saying-
did that joint album, though, Future did have a bigger bass after that. Come on now.
He did, but
Come on now.
listen.
Come
He
on
already
now.
had a huge.
Listen, let me tell you
fan
something.
Yeah,
Let me tell you
Atlanta.
something. These are future Hendrix fans here now, buddy.
Future released. He had like 2 or 3 like really like back to back mixtapes
course.
that year.
Absolutely.
And then he released DS2, which is like his big studio release album. That
Dirty
had
Sprite
like
2 for you old heads.
and that had like still all his biggest songs now.
Okay.
And then Drake comes.
Both of them did something for each other.
And
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
But you don't think that Drake helped him a little bit?
Of course, because Drake's he's the bigger artist. So
I think Drake helped him, and I
Regardless.
think Rihanna helped him be on that song that I hate.
But then Drake, he got in the mud a little bit. So he got, because people was looking
I
at
like
Drake.
that album.
I remember when Drake came out and Ghostface had top 10 softest rappers.
I love Ghost.
And he
though.
made
I
Drake
love Ghost.
the top 3.
Yeah.
It was
And
different people.
DMX
but,
hated Drake too. Remember DMX? Like
Right.
DMX talking about Drake was like some of the most funniest stuff ever. Really. But now he respects him.
Right.
But yeah, he was getting a lot. So Future may have given him a little bit of credibility in certain ways. So people don't call, even though Future does music and sings, they don't call him soft.
Nah.
That's not his, so. All right. Who else did we lose in hip hop?
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD too. Yeah.
Okay, so Juice WRLD is somebody that I really did not tap into at all. I really didn't. It's so much music that sometimes I miss people. But I noticed, like, out of all of them, the Juice WRLD death, a lot of people were upset about.
Right.
So I need y'all to talk about that.
Well, I didn't even really listen to Juice WRLD like that because he's not really like my type of music.
Mhm.
But like he's so young too, and he can really freestyle. I don't know if you ever heard him freestyle.
for like
He's like
2
one of the
hours
best
straight.
freestyles like from like our generation.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he on M album. That's when I realized, like.
Not this
dude's
new
on-
one, the one before.
One before, yeah. That's
He
when
is
I really
like-
started
What
checking. Like,
song?
I gotta look it up or whatever. But that's
He
when I
is
really
like-
started checking for him. I'm just like,
Oh.
M mess with this dude?
He has like
Oh.
freestyles for like 2 hours straight and stuff.
Yeah, he can.
I
Really,
mean,
he
I
can
like
really
that. I
freestyle.
really like that Eminem album. I know I just said all this stuff about Eminem, but I did like that album that came out before this last one.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a song with, I think, Jordan Lucas on it that's like really dope. So I liked everything on there. So I guess I did hear him a little bit on
He's
there.
like Jordan Lucas, like Michael Bublé of rap. Like he's young,
No,
but
you
you treat
didn't.
him like he's old.
No, you didn't.
He's Michael Bublé of rap.
Michael Bublé.
You gotta check it. It's this white dude who sounds like he's like 80, but he's young.
Yeah, he's like one of them
Yeah.
singers. That's messed up.
That's how I see
it. All right, so we're gonna go to the next slide, and as soon as my engineer sits back down, that's what we're gonna do. The next one is Song of the Year. This is a hard category for me because I love music so much. So it's really hard for me to pick a Song of the Year. I will start with the song that I think I've played more than anything else that is my motivation music. It may not be the best song of the year, but it is probably my top song of the year as far as hip hop goes. And it is Me Versus Me by Moneybagg Yo. The chorus,
That's a good song.
yeah, I ain't never ran from a nigga. If I did, cut legs off, It's like jewels he's dropping, and it's definitely how I am. A lot of the stuff he says, it's like, oh, I relate to that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you and argue with you. If you're negative, what I'm saying, cut it off. I'll make you feel it because I'm the prize. So cutting you off is a benefit to me, and it hurts you more. But that song goes, I really like Moneybagg Yo. So that one. I really rock with Recession Proof by Yo Gotti. I love how he's talking shit on all the rappers who act like they're big and bad, but when the pandemic hit, they really didn't have no money and they sold their shit. I think it's hilarious. Because he's telling them, like, I've been telling you for a long time to invest your money correctly, but look at y'all. That song is dope.
Okay.
All right, so favorite song.
All bad, Nas.
Dope. King's Disease was a very underappreciated album.
I can listen to that on the loop.
King's Disease was a dope album. All Bad, Nas.
Is that your favorite rapper?
It's my favorite rapper.
Mm-hmm. Nas is his favorite rapper, for sure.
You think you like his first 3 albums?
I love his first 3 albums.
Do you think he has the best first 3 albums ever to
Mm.
start their career?
Because the third is it's a drop off of the first 2. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say
I'm
yes.
just
Because the
What's
first
third,
2 are
I
classics.
Am?
Yeah, the first 2 are classics.
Yeah, Illmatic and Stillmatic. No, Stillmatic's
No,
not. It was written. And then I Am is the third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I Am also had Hate Me Now and stuff on there.
Yeah, so he
Yeah,
had.
I don't know about that. About the third one for that one. The first 3 strongest albums, I think, is Kendrick Lamar.
I mean,
Are we counting Section 8? What would you consider his first album?
Oh,
Which will make that a stronger. That'll still make it a strong.
yeah, but I want to include Damn. I do. Which would be 4th if I include Section 80. That's a really good take though for Nas. I mean, it would be easier if we had a list, but.
Q came hard the first 3 albums.
DMX.
DMX.
Jay-Z, but they weren't recognized as such until later.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't know. I mean, like some people say Kanye too, because he had.
Oh! You know, Kanye.
I don't even know why he's.
Yeah, Kanye. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to give it to Ye.
Because he
Yeah.
had college dropout, then he had late registration, graduate.
Yeah, I have to give it to Ye on that.
Okay.
Probably
I can go
the
with
3
that.
strongest because it was just such different type of sounds and
But-
music, and his production was
But
crazy.
what are we talking about? Which ones are we considering classics? Because again, it's really hard to go against 2 classics off the bat,
I think
and then
all.
a solid album.
I think all 3 of those are classics.
I don't think the first album was classic.
College
I
Dropout?
don't think it's a
Oh,
classic.
we can end this
I don't think it's a classic.
You are
I don't think it's a
lunching.
classic.
You are
It's
lunching.
very good.
Do y'all hear him?
It's very
Do you hear
good.
him say that College Dropout
It's
is not a classic?
very good. It's very good. But he has some remedial flows in that. To me, classic means from top. I mean, everything is 10, 10, 10. I'm like, I don't think so. In my opinion,
Everybody say that's his best album.
I don't think so.
I am
Are
in
you
such
serious?
shock that you don't consider College Dropout a classic album.
I don't think so.
I've been working grave shift. Who's gonna rap about how it feels to work at a
I
retail
think-
store?
I think it's very good. So it's not like I'm sleeping on it. I just don't think it's a classic.
Drug dealing just to get by. Stack
I
your
know it
money
word for
till it
word.
gets by. How are you?
It's not classic to me.
That's a hot
very
take.
good.
That's a hot
very
take.
good.
I did not know that. Did not at all. Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay, so your song of the year?
I don't know. That's. I need to look at it, some songs or something. I don't know. I just can't think of one off the top of my head. Like,
What's a couple of songs that
Yeah.
like
if you had to
played
I
on
said,
repeat?
what's your favorite song?
What did you
from
play on
last
repeat
year?
this year?
I don't know. Nothing's really coming to my
See,
head right now.
the way you break it down. All right, what album were you listening to the most? Then what did you listen to the most off that album?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be what his pick is for album of the
I
year.
guess Young Boy's top. I mean, I guess I listen to that the most.
What's your favorite song of the album?
But I mean, I listen to a lot of stuff though. Like I listen to a lot of Gunna. I listen to a lot of Lil Baby.
Mhm.
Lil Baby is so dope to me.
Yeah, he's something. I'll say Lil Baby commercial with Lil Uzi. I like that song.
Okay, that's a good song. Jeremiah, what's your favorite song of the year?
I don't know. I just started like this year over quarantine. I just started like listening to more like old rap.
Mm-hmm.
So
What we considering old rap? I want you to
Like-
qualify what
like-
old rap is.
like Ice Cube,
Okay,
Mobb Deep,
okay.
I'm reading the
Tupac.
Prodigy book right now.
all that stuff.
I read it. Yeah.
I've read it
So-
before. I'm reading it again.
Okay.
My song of the year would probably be like "Today Was a Good Day" by Ice Cube. Cause
Hey, look
My
at that.
okay, okay.
No. That is not.
Yo.
But that's
He played a song from 1940. Like, nah, I'm playing.
But that was a hit though.
that's a great
That
song.
was a hit.
This is it's
When I say
song of the year,
I mean 2020. But I did change the question.
I
and ask him his favorite song,
respect
so.
him for saying that though.
Wait, I mean, yeah, that's a good song. You can't say that song of the year in 2020.
And
Now, that
Mama
definitely
cooked the
was a
breakfast
vibe.
with no
That definitely was-
hog.
Yo, that's definitely one of the first vibe songs, yo, for real.
That whole run though, because remember he had Microphone Check.
Mm-hmm.
He had the joint where what's that song called from the album? The video is like some dude trying to like be a pimp. Can't remember what it's called. But that he had a run with that whole era with that joint. But yeah, you couldn't even turn on MTV without seeing Today Was a Good Day for a minute.
Yeah, great song, great video. Got
So
all
what
of
about
them.
2020 song?
I don't know. I listen to a lot of like super popular music. So
Yeah, me too.
That's fine.
just
That's
like-
what my podcast is for. So put people on.
been listening to a lot of No Cap. I don't know if you know who that is, but
I
I've been
don't,
listening
and that's
to-
No
No,
Cap.
where it from?
Huh?
It's a group or it's one person
It's one person. He's from Alabama.
from Alabama.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
listening to him a
Sound
lot.
like it too.
Dude,
Yeah, it's real country.
And the first song on his last album is called N4, and I really like that song.
Okay,
So
okay.
I've been listening to that.
Okay. All right, you can go to the next slide there. And I believe it's going to be Rap Album of the Year.
okay.
Rap Album of the Year. This is also a hard category. I'm going to give you my strong contenders. In no particular order. Moneybagg Yo album.
I ain't with Money Mac like that though. But I'm
What?
gonna re-listen. I'm gonna
What?
re-listen. I'm gonna re-listen. So No Cap. What's his name? No Cap.
Yeah, but that's not my album of the year.
I know what I'm saying. That's something I don't listen to. I'm just gonna rock with it.
All right, so Moneybagg Yo, the album with You Played, Me Versus Me.
The one with like the red and gold diamonds.
Yeah, what is it called?
I don't remember. Time Serve? No.
No, I don't think
I
it's
don't-
Time Served. It's the other one. But and Pop My Shit is on there. I can't remember what it's called. That one. Nas King's Disease. Freddie, I'm getting to my lyricism now.
We're naming multiple?
I'm gonna name multiple because I couldn't figure out album of the year.
Time Serve.
Time Served? Yeah, that's the one. Okay. Time Served, Moneybagg Yo. Nas King's Disease. Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo. That album, first of all, amazing. But the merch, have you seen his merch for that?
Mm.
How you gonna come out with a dope album? You're a dope rapper, dope concept,
And Alchemist is the man.
and Alchemist is the man for sure. But we already knew that. And your merch be so dope. Like I want that Alfredo shirt with the you know what I'm saying joint on there. So, dope, definitely dope. I enjoyed Conway's project. I enjoyed Benny's project. Lil Baby. Really liked Lil Baby. Did Roddy Ricch come out this year? Or was that last year?
This was this year.
No, he came out last year.
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh yeah, because the box came out like in November last year. But yeah, those would probably be my favorite hip hop albums. Oh, and I just recently got into it, but I don't know. I think it came out this year. I really like Fujiano's album as well.
I'm with all of that.
Mhm.
I'm just adding two more. The Electronica's album.
I didn't like it.
I loved it.
I think he hyped us up for so long, and I was really underwhelmed.
I'm with the Aki rap.
I want Aki Rap, but
What is it called?
Aki Rap, no. Jay Electronica.
Oh, that's the album called.
No, he's a rapper.
No, I know who he is, but what is Aki rap?
Oh, like
That's what I don't know what that
He's
is.
Muslim, so you know he puts a lot of Muslim
you
Jews in
meant.
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, Stream.
And
it's okay.
and then Run Them Jewels. When the Jewels.
Run the Jewels. That was I forgot. Run the Jewels always delivers, but yeah.
Is that a
But it
rap?
seemed like it was
You know who
such a
Killer Mike
long.
is?
Yeah.
Killer Mike is.
I don't know his music, but he's
Killer Mike
big
makes-
black guy.
You would think if by looking at him, oh, he's like
No,
understated.
they said he's.
He is dope.
But it's like I'm checking some stuff y'all saying. You need to check one.
I think.
Like Killer Mike is like.
Someone
Yeah,
said-
Killer
a
Mike
god
is no
MC.
joke.
Yeah, I think I heard someone say that before though.
And him and Run the Jewels is his group. He has with another dude, and they're out. His music is always, and the beats be like,
Mm.
Yeah, no joke. All right, so what's your favorite album of the year?
I'm just gonna name a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Lil Baby's album was pretty good.
Lil Baby's album was good.
It was pretty good, but I'm not. I mean, like, I'm a big fan, but like, just when people become so popular, it just makes me not like.
Because you don't want to, yeah.
Don't
I
be
know
part
how
of the
it is.
wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I listened to him like years ago.
Yeah, y'all
and now
put
he
me on.
just got really hot. So it's like,
Mhm.
I don't know, kind of like what happened to the Baby, but I didn't really listen to the Baby.
I like the Baby too.
But like, I don't know, it's kind of like Kevin Hart effect. I just hate
Yeah,
seeing him.
yeah,
everywhere,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Great. That's a,
The Kevin Hart effect. We should
Kevin
start
Hart
saying
effect,
that. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm still like, it was still good.
But you're not like so excited to listen to him anymore because he's oversaturated.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but like when he get on stuff, it sound good though.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like he don't always get played in my car, but like when the album came out, I was definitely listening to it.
Yeah.
I liked Lil Durk's album.
That's one I didn't listen to.
Signed to the, what was it? Signed to the Streets too.
Mm.
Signed to
Lil
the Streets
Durk.
too. The deluxe. Well, actually, both of them deluxe. The My Turn deluxe for Lil Baby was good too. But do you listen to Lil Durk?
I do.
Odalis said wanna. I think she means gonna.
No, that's what his
No,
album's
that's
called.
that's what
Wanna.
his album's
Who?
called.
Gunna's album's called Wanna.
It is. I didn't know that.
You can laugh all you want, but that jump.
Go.
So
yes.
wanna.
But it's like, I don't know if y'all listened like that. He's like a real.
I like Gunna.
Like he's a vibe. Like
Isn't Gunna on?
But when
Drip So
when
Hard, Don't
Gunna
Think,
and Lil
She
Baby
Gonna
rap
Get the
together,
Running Dry
I can't.
Off This
I don't know
Way.
which one's who.
nah.
They sound different.
No, they sound different though.
They
Okay.
sound
Like
different.
if you really like,
What's
like-
up, Travis? What's up, Cora?
I guess because you probably don't listen to him a lot.
Mm.
But like if you really listen to them, you're like, oh, they sound way different. They don't even sound like similar at all, actually.
Yeah.
But Wanna. That was
She
really
said.
good.
She said wanna top and anyways. Top is Young Boy, but what is anyways?
That's Young Nudie.
Young who?
I can't listen to somebody named Nudie because
Young
Nudie is a
Nudie?
penis.
He's
Okay.
he's from he's
My family's from the
Where's he
country,
from?
and they call him
Atlanta.
Nudie's penis.
Young
that's
Nudie.
21 Savage's cousin.
That is nice.
Oh.
Okay. You like Young Nudie?
Yeah, I listened to a couple of the songs.
Yeah, he ain't really for y'all though. Like I could just tell y'all.
Hold on,
y'all
is Young Nudie the one who's really disrespectful?
You probably
Somebody played somebody for me and said, you probably won't like it, he's super disrespectful.
disrespect.
It was like,
Off
yeah.
the top.
He might as well have been Iceberg Slim on the record.
He's not
Nah.
that just
I don't know who that artist is. All right, so your choices are Lil Baby. You said Gunna.
Lil Baby, Gunna. I said Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
Durk's album's probably my favorite album.
I need to check that out. I really need to tap into Lil Durk a little more, especially after listening
And
to
then
King Von.
he just released another album like a week ago, 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
which was really good too.
See, this is too much. It's too
Right.
much music.
Well, he had to let the pan out because
See, the difference
Oh.
is right in between
yeah,
albums.
Vaughn was on that.
Rappers
album.
just used to get on mad tracks or whatever on mixtapes. But
Mhm.
now, basically, this is like, instead of, it was like, we might as well make money off
They
of this because
just-
they won't
yeah.
making money off those mixtapes like that for real.
Yeah. Like mixtapes really aren't even that popular anymore.
I wish they come back.
But that's how you got content now because you was having albums every 3 years. So if you wanted to have
Yeah.
content, you hopped on the mixtape.
And that was like more grassroots. You would get that from the stores that sold hip hop clothes. You would get that from the people selling them at their trunk. It was more grassroots. I miss some of that. I like some of the new stuff, but I miss it because I really do feel like the youth are at a disadvantage because y'all don't get to sit with music like you should. Like you really don't because something new is coming. You're not like excited about a release date. You find out the night before I'm dropping something at midnight. It's not like waiting. You're at school saying, oh, you know what? This comes out. It's not the same. Like, and you need to be able to, like, when the Chronic album came out, you heard nothing but the Chronic for months.
And I miss, like, whatever's the hottest beat, every rapper jumping on it and seeing who can kill it.
And
I
just
miss
doing
that.
a freestyle over top of
Right.
it, yeah. But music does go through shifts, and I think that will come back a little bit more. I think that everybody jumping on a beat.
I mean, they
We'll
did
come
that
back.
with the Who Run It song. Or the Who Run It beat. You don't remember?
I only heard like one version of that. I think.
There was like a lot of people who remixed.
Okay, I'll have to go look that up. Who run it? I will. So, what about your top album?
Oh, I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry,
Did
go
I say Young Boy?
No.
No.
Oh, well, that thing right there.
Yeah, we gonna talk about Young Boy.
Yeah.
Is that your choice?
Yeah, my first choice is Top.
Top by
Boy's
Young
album.
Boy, NBA. Mhm.
My second choice is The GOAT by Polo G. I really like that album.
Yeah, I like Polo G.
I like
can
Polo G. He
storytell.
just put me on.
Yeah,
I
he
like him.
can tell the story.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, he's telling stories.
When I listen to that album, like, I don't even have to skip any songs, so it's like very good.
It ain't that good.
It is that good. You should-
She might should stop capping.
Nah, it's, I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like he hasn't regressed, but I felt like his first album was. I feel like it's way better than his second album. I don't know. I guess I'm in the minority.
You are?
I guess I don't know.
My third pick was probably Lil Uzi's album.
Oh,
Eternal
oh,
Change.
yeah. I'm
that
sorry,
was-
Strange.
Yeah.
Oh,
crucial.
I did. Okay, that album has chrome heart tags on it.
Yeah.
That's a good album. And you put me on.
No, that album is really.
That is a good album. I
No,
know.
No,
Even-
I know.
Even the
and
deluxe.
they waited for that for like 3 years, 2 years.
Oh,
Cause
before
he
putting it
had
out?
like contract stuff messed up.
Yeah.
So like he couldn't he wasn't putting out music.
I know what you're thinking because I was very much like what, and my son told me, and we were actually
No, but he can really
playing.
rap.
It was actually I was like, oh, I've really been sleeping on him. Some stuff is irritating. Don't get me wrong. Some like songs, but he's way better than I
Like
thought.
to me, in my mind, he's always that dude who's trying to be artistic. You know?
No. He's
Once I really
super
tapped in,
artistic.
he's actually really good. Like
Okay.
I will give you that. Odalis said PTSD and Trapped in Cleveland was good too for me.
PTSD was good.
PTSD was good, yeah.
By
G
G
Herbo.
Herbo.
G Herbo PTSD and Trapped in
The
Cleveland.
deluxe.
Zero locked up, right?
No.
No.
No, who's from Chicago? Somebody. That little bit.
I thought
He was dealing with stuff, but he got.
He was
Yeah,
like.
it was-
Oh, he started snitching.
No,
I'm
no,
playing.
no,
I'm playing.
Stop playing.
No,
Stop
no.
playing.
It's a joke.
No.
Trapped in Cleveland is by who?
That's by Lil Keed. It's
You
by,
gotta tell people.
it's by Lil Keed, but like I wouldn't say that because like I don't know who's watching the podcast, but I'm sure you probably would. That's like the super mumble rap. Like
No, that's fine. My podcast is
who's
watched by all
the
kinds of different.
his name's
Lil Keed.
Lil Keed. He's like under like Young Thug and like
Okay.
all them people.
No, it's for everybody. Like I have a big demographic, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's like super mumble rap. Like I probably wouldn't even play this for you. In the
Like
podcast.
I wouldn't even.
No,
like
you'd
it.
probably be like, "What in the world you got me listening to?"
Yeah.
The word.
They know. I'd be like, get that shit out of here.
Like
Rap.
Uzi does mumble rap too, but he can actually rap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right, next slide, Irk. Who is up next? So this is what this is the artist that is new, but you think they have a lot of potential to go somewhere. My choice is Fujiano. I think Gucci Mane is I think at his core, Gucci Mane is maybe one of the best A&R talent developers. Like he can spot talent. And he can spot it if you really like. I read his book and I didn't even realize how intricate he was in so many people's careers and how he believed in them in the beginning. But Fujiano was definitely, put on by him. But he has a unique style. He's definitely down south enough. Very artistic.
He's from Memphis.
Yeah, but he's just dope. I like him. So that's who my pick is. Who I would like to see, develop over the next year is Fujiano. Cause baby mama ain't shit. She won't let me see my son. That's my song. Go ahead.
I just like Cole's crew or whatever. What he doing with
Of course.
Dreamville or whatever. So Earth Gang, and then cannot think about this short dude's name. But he be
Cause.
Nah,
JID.
he's
JID?
on JID.
Mhm.
Like I fuck with him hard. So
So that's who you're looking forward to seeing come up next.
more, yeah.
Okay, they're dope. Jeremiah.
I really want to see Polo G like progress more because I feel like he's good right now. Like he's really good, but I feel like he can be like way more if he starts to go like more mainstream and drop a little bit more music.
So Polo G. I really do like him though. That's the one I was playing earlier, right? Yeah. He has a little bit of 90s throwback to him, but making it modern, like
What song are you playing?
I was playing his album.
Like very versatile too. He can make a lot.
Some
of
album he got like these
You like
horn things coming to his
Yeah,
hair.
It's called The Goat.
Yeah, he look like a goat.
That's what it's called. The
Oh,
Goat.
okay.
He got that one song with the Martin and Gina.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I've
It's
heard
like
that
a love
before.
song.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was him. I've heard that before though.
Mhm.
Okay. And who's your artist that you should watch coming up next?
maybe like, I think, like coming up next, I don't know, cause I listen to like a lot of people. I don't really listen to a lot of new people. Like I listen to Giavanni, like Pooh Shiesty, like.
What about Pooh Shiesty? He's good.
I mean, like I like him, but I ain't gonna vouch for him. You know what I'm saying? Like
he ain't showing me enough yet.
Like he's cool. Like I like his voice, but like I'm not gonna vouch for him like that. But I think like, do y'all listen to Lil Durk?
I don't. I need to though.
Yeah.
Well, I think like he should be more, cause he's not really like mainstream. Like he's mainstream, but like he's not on the radio.
I've just started hearing about him more, and I really only started hearing about him with the King Von thing. So
and the thing is, whatever with music, if you got a big region, like you on.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like times when I've been in LA and I'm just like, I never heard of this person before, but the whole club know him. So if you got your region locked, so he got Chicago and then a lot of people south, yeah, you good.
Yeah.
You good.
All right, so that's who we would choose.
But
and the next slide.
He's been out for a long time.
Next slide.
So 2021, what's good? This is our last portion of the show. 2021, what's good is for us to say who we're looking forward to dropping this year. Of course, does anybody disagree? We're looking forward to Kendrick.
Absolutely.
I'm really excited to see what he does. I've heard that it's going to have a rock influence to the album. You know how each of his albums has a different concept. I'm excited. Is everybody looking forward to Cole?
Absolutely.
Cole, I'm looking forward to that as well. Those are probably the two big hip hop releases I'm looking forward to.
Drake.
Oh, sorry.
I think
Drake.
he releases next month.
Yeah, I think it's soon.
But Drake is so big, it's like you kind of watch to see if you gonna fall off. When you gonna fall off? You know what I mean?
Nah,
that's when you know That's when you know somebody big. Cause like,
well, to me,
he's been quarantined. I don't think he's gonna fall off because he had time.
It's like a lot of my friends are like super Drake stans, so I'm like, to me, he hasn't fallen off, but his production is definitely
different.
It's not as strong to me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But to my friends, they're like, it don't matter what he put out. Oh my god, like, you know,
they just love him no matter what.
But to me, because I'm a realist. Like, I'm not gonna say this is just good just because it's Drake.
Don't it get stale sometimes? Because it happened to Jay. Like, Jay has not had any bad albums, but he definitely had some stale ones.
I think that the relevancy matters if you're not as relevant, and if you. I think Jay-Z had some stale ones because he was so focused on everything else that it's hard to really have that ear saying, okay, no, I'm not going to do that.
Drake is into a lot too, though. You know what I mean? He's into a lot. Got to collab with Shoes or whatever, you know what I'm saying? He has his team.
No. So when I say he's into, Drake is into a lot.
Right.
Drake is not a businessman like Jay-Z was trying to be. Drake is not even a Rihanna business person. You understand? So if Rihanna released that album everybody wants and it's stale, I get it. She's in a whole different mindset as business. Whereas though Drake is still in the, let me do some endorsement deals. Yeah, music's my main. They shift, and Jay-Z definitely shifted from that for a while. You know what I'm saying? So Drake, Kendrick, Cole, and who else do y'all think? Are y'all excited about dropping this year?
I mean, a lot of new rappers don't really say when they're dropping until like 2 weeks before they drop, so I can't really.
But who would you want to drop?
But you know, people are dropping every year, so probably whoever you like is gonna drop something. You know what I mean?
He's gonna drop again.
I look forward to that.
Youngboy, Lil Durk.
Well, Youngboy drop every 3 weeks, so I ain't gotta worry about it. He gonna drop regardless.
I don't get Youngboy. Y'all out there, you can leave a message in the comments. Everyone who I'm surrounded by loves Youngboy. Tells me that I should really listen to him. I have listened to so much of his music. Trust me,
but I enjoyed that song that you just played for me.
The Story of OJ. Yeah. I get it. I like some of the songs, but I don't see what the big hype is. I just don't.
She don't got 2 ears, fellas. I don't know.
First of all, my music taste is impeccable.
She thinks it is a newer version of Silk the Shocker.
I do. I think he's
Silk the
Shocker.
I ain't never heard of him.
Well.
His Master P brother.
He is the elders of where Youngboy is from.
With that
that's New Orleans
flow,
yeah.
You know.
But he's Master P's younger brother, and people used to hate him because he would rap off beat. Really, let's keep it real. Silk was trash, but Master P had a lot of music that was trash.
You roll the coattails of everybody else. Yeah.
But he had some songs like if Mystical was on a song with Silk, that shit would go. It would go. He could get carried by certain people, but he would rap off beat, and I feel like NBA raps off beat a lot.
I
He just be turning up.
I don't think so.
But like I said,
Like, I don't
his
really
is more
feel that.
melodic because it's off beat, but
His
it's
is
like
more
a record.
melodic, yeah, but he definitely.
I don't feel like he raps off beat a lot.
It's like sometimes when he
Like
turns up.
like
his
on the
songs,
story of OJ, yeah, he's rapping off beat, but he doesn't rap like
Actually, the
that.
story of OJ, I think, is one of the times where he stayed on beat the most.
No.
What?
That's cap.
Yes.
What?
That's
No,
cap.
he's super rapping off beat the whole
No, because
song.
he's actually, you know what a round is? Like you start here, then you start here. He's doing that to himself though, by
To
himself.
himself, yeah.
off the beat.
Hmm.
His cadence is what bothers me. I think that's what it is. I really do. But I don't say he's trash because he's not. And I actually heard. So I like that song. I like the Reaper joint. And then what's that song you played for me yesterday that I said I'd like that one?
Valuable pain.
Valuable Pain. I like that. I got 3 after listening to about 100 of his songs because everybody makes me listen to him.
You are tripping.
Can I ask you
Nah.
a question though?
Mhm.
Like, all right. So you told me who you like. Now we definitely know the classic albums from the '90s, right?
Mhm.
What classic albums are coming out recently?
Mm.
In the last, other than your Coles, your Kendricks, right? By these young guys,
Other than
right?
the Mount Rushmore people,
Who
was
had a
releasing-
classic album? That's what I'm missing.
Great,
I mean-
great question.
I'm gonna be playing top for my kids in the car. So that's a classic. to me,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it did.
Jeremiah said I'm gonna be playing top for my kids in the
I mean, it depends. Like what you. It depends. Like who's
Classic,
asking.
classic means, all right, if we capsulize music, you're gonna put this album in there or whatever for people to understand
Well, that's
your generation. Like that's
Oh,
classic.
you're just talking to your generation.
no,
Yeah.
no, period. It
No,
ha-
it's all it's
But
but it has to
perspective.
be,
But if somebody asks for a classic from your generation at this time right now, which album?
and it has
but
to
the,
be.
But the sound is different. Like you saying that from the '90s sounds different than the '80s.
No,
But-
that's fine.
But as far as music or whatever, it's supposed to be able to stand up
The
to
test of
other
time.
classic music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, so what do you respect out of like the '90s or whatever? You like some Jay-Z albums? You like some big albums?
You like Only Built for Cuban Links.
I mean, nah. I mean, cause I don't really like. I know like.
You know, Incarcerated Scarface.
Yeah, but I can't name anything.
Okay.
All right, so even just think
Oh,
about
I
that
can-
song, right? You think anything holds up right now to those songs, like classic hip hop?
I mean, it's respect. Like I can't really like answer that.
You,
Cause like you saying that like Future doesn't rap like who is it? Ghostface
Raekwon.
and Raekwon.
Mhm.
Right,
Like it's like I'm not like there's people I just don't like. I can't compare like the two. You know
right,
what
but
I'm
you
saying?
definitely know
so
its
what
levels.
what I'm gonna try to
Go
make it clear what
Yeah,
he's trying
but
to say. But
the-
so okay, so Kendrick Lamar
Yeah, but he raps
does
like
not
that.
rap. No, he doesn't.
No,
he-
he like I'm talking lyrically. Like he's a
lyrically,
lyricist.
but he does not sound like DMX. He does not sound like Jay-Z.
No.
He does not sound like if he sounds like anybody, Eminem. You could say Eminem here and there.
But he uses like the same like rap style.
But he's a lyricist though. Like Kendrick Lamar don't get on a song and he doesn't sing. Like he's
Yes, he does. Love.
no, but he's not known for that. He's known
I'm just
for,
saying that you can take those classic albums and put them against classic albums from Kanye West. Don't sound like Kendrick
I
Lamar,
think-
but you can put College Dropout against.
I think he's trying to say, like,
Good Kid, Mad City.
because these guys are lyricists. I'm gonna give you an example. Biggie, when Biggie came out, people didn't consider him because he wasn't KRS-One or Rakim or whatever, and he was
It was the
on
same
some
thing, yeah.
money, girls, and bullshit. But then when you broke it down, you was just like, yo, this nigga's so dope, though. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so it doesn't have to be like this
Lyrical Miracle.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Eminem. But if you're just dope, you're dope. It don't matter. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm missing from these young boys. Is like, what's the classic shit? Y'all got some good shit out here, but like, let me know, because I like to listen to classic shit. And I was like, I just don't see it.
I mean, I don't know. I guess
So-
Lil Baby.
I think that's what I was
he
gonna
can
say.
he can rap and he's gonna appease to I
Multiple
guess y'all.
generations.
He gonna appease to the sound is like what y'all are used to hearing and like some of like a little bit of the new stuff that you're like you can respect, I guess.
I would say if I had to pick one, it would be Little Baby, but I would also say I don't think there's
Or
a
Roddy
classic yet.
or Roddy Rich, I guess, because he can like he
Mhm.
does some of the newer stuff, but I guess y'all can respect. it.
Right.
Roddy
'Cause
Rich
at the end of
was-
the day,
But Nipsey, you know.
flows or whatever. And like you said, sounds and sounds. So again, it's a lot of dope production that I can say, oh, this is some classic production. It's just not no classic flows and bars to me.
And then we can close out with this, something to consider. How we were talking about how microwavable music is now and how it comes out so quickly. and it scares me because that's kind of what happened with rock music too. Alternative rock was like really big in the 90s, and you don't really hear it anymore because it started doing this. But the same way that we said that back in the day, we would have rappers who would take time in between albums, and now it doesn't happen. Look who's making classic album now, and look who takes time.
True.
Kendrick, Drake,
Kanye.
Well, Kanye, I didn't mean to say his name, but Cole, they take that time and they drop classic
But
albums.
Kanye's not dropping the classic albums no more.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to say Kanye. Kendrick, Cole, the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna I can't those are people when we talk about music, like we my friends, we don't even talk about them three because it's like
because they went to alien status. They
that's what I'm saying. So you can't even.
But what I'm
compare.
saying is maybe they have because they actually take time with the craft instead of trying to put out music so quick.
True.
It's something to consider.
But regardless,
If you put out 30 songs or whatever, and you're like, these are my best 11, you know what I mean? Compared to putting out 300, I mean, and then you have, sprinkled here, like, yeah, them 2 songs, they go or whatever. But if you, really are taking your time, then it just seems like it's going to be better, you know what I'm saying, content. Compared to, you're going to do numbers. You're going to have, like, some radio hits. Like, even radio hits, like, for what, 2 weeks now?
I don't know. I don't listen to the radio.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't listen to
was
radio
hits
at all.
period though. You know what I mean? Like when you had songs or whatever, like when we was growing up, I mean, like Teddy Jam was a hit for like four summers.
Dum dum da da.
Ain't nothing like that going on there, and I get it. You know what I mean? But
The world is different.
it's people who
It's
take their
okay.
time. Like I said, those seem like those are the MCs who's really having really like classic albums.
Okay, so before we go, I want to ask y'all this question. You have free reign. Who do you think is trash that our generation props up and thinks is great?
Trash?
Or like not as good or overhyped?
You can't listen to
It's
them.
hard to. I can't say that because I don't really listen to if I listen to someone from y'all from that the 90s, they're gonna be good. Like I'm not just
You did,
listening
yeah.
to nobody that's butt. You know what I'm saying?
So there's nobody that you think that we prop up that doesn't deserve the profit they get.
This is what you can do. Name albums of older raps that came out this year. Like Busta came out. Locks came out.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm asking because
Okay.
they did not listen to none of them albums. I already know.
Okay.
They're not my kids. You did not listen to Busta Rhymes album. They didn't even listen to Nas's album.
No, I listen. Nas
You listen to Nas. You didn't listen to
this year?
King's Disease.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I'm
No,
saying. I know.
but I've heard
No, you
Illmatic and
respect
that stuff.
him, but I know you didn't listen to King's
Oh no.
Disease. So Jeremiah, is there anybody that you think that we prop up who you don't get it?
Well, who are your
That's like a hard question to ask us though because we're not
Not
knee
checking
deep
for
in the
it.
90s. You
Not
know what I'm
checking for
saying?
it.
Like if we were all born in the 90s and we're listening to it,
All right, I'll
Which
name
is so
some.
different.
DMX, Jay-Z,
I mean,
Wu-Tang Clan,
yeah, those are all good people. But
Eminem.
yeah, Eminem's good.
I mean, it's hard to say because you got.
Do you
good
understand
music
what I'm
I
saying?
get what you're saying, but it's so different because we were born in I was listening to music in the 50s and the 60s and 70s. Like we heard it, we knew those songs.
Yeah.
It's like you guys don't know music that came out when you were born.
No,
The year you're born.
I do.
They do.
I do, but I'm saying but not the trash stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
I got
I
you.
can't
I
name
got
He's
you.
saying
I
that
got you saying.
why would he waste his time listening to the
like
trash
if
stuff?
I turn on
when-
Pandora, they ain't gonna turn on nothing that wasn't
I
on the
got you.
radio.
They're
You
not
know
gonna
what
be
I'm saying?
like, here come the hot stepper, murder.
Wow.
I get it. Or Bust a Groove, Bust a Move by Young MC. They're not gonna play that. I get what he's
I
saying.
got you.
I still wish y'all could have chose somebody and started a little controversy.
That's like me playing music for my kids and then just playing like a completely trash album. Like that's like me playing Blueface for my kids.
No,
Like,
I
I'm
get
not
it, but
gonna
what
do
I'm saying is it would be something that I don't consider trash, so you would have heard it, but y'all consider it trash. That's what my question was. But that you basically answered me because I don't play no whack music, so I didn't play anything whack.
You got good
So there we
taste.
go.
You got good taste in old music that came out in your generation, so I can't.
I
Really,
mean, I can't seriously say Snoop Dogg's not good or Dr. Dre or
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
Actually, Snoop would have been a good submission because he has never been the same Snoop as he was the first album. So if somebody from today's generation would really listen, they could say Snoop is overrated. He's not, and then I would say he may be overrated as a rapper, but he is definitely not overrated as a brand.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody else who's branded themselves better than
But
him.
even like you saying Snoop Dogg, but drop it like it's hot. Like I was I was alive when that was like on the like.
You better
on the
believe
TV,
that's for
you know
real,
what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, but he's in the
That's
song.
rap.
Yeah.
But he's in the song.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying his rapping ability.
Yeah.
Doggy Style may be one of the most perfect rap albums ever. I will say that it's an amazing album, but he has never lived up to that for me, and it's probably because his brand is so powerful, and he started focusing on that. And Suge was trying to kill him. I mean, all kinds
But
of
I
stuff.
think because he is so authentic West Coast,
Mhm.
that West Coast people don't feel that. I think that's the East Coast thing that you're feeling. That his music, of course, is not Doggy Style. But I don't think that
I think that there are
West Coast
certain
people love it to another level that we don't.
There are certain people who create magic when they work together.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake and Timberland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, Jay-Z, Pharrell, the Neptunes, Noriega and Capone. There's certain production, right?
Yeah. I get it.
So when it comes to him, I just feel like if it ain't Dre, it don't hit the same. Because listen to his music in between that, and then when they did Still Dre, it was like hitting them corners and them lolos, girl. Now I know that song was written by Jay-Z, but even the way that he flows, and there's something. I think Snoop is Dr. Dre's muse. I really do.
I get it.
It's just something about that time period,
Makes sense.
in my opinion.
Makes sense.
But he wouldn't trade his career for the world because he's amazing. And old white ladies who live in neighborhoods we never heard of before love Snoop. He's one of the best branded people I've ever seen in my life, and he is authentic. So
I don't ever want to watch any boxing without him commentating.
Oh, he was
You know what I mean?
amazing. He was amazing. He said, "Grandma, come quick. The uncle's out back fighting." That joint is dope. The fact that he is friends with Martha Stewart and really, he really rides for her. He's like, name me one person who didn't snitch on their friends. Like he is just branding himself so beautifully. It's awesome. Anyways, thank you guys for coming and joining the conversation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. Make sure you share it with your friends, all that good stuff. As always, this episode will be on YouTube, Spotify, iHeart, Google, and Apple by Tuesday. Also, my last episode, it is on YouTube, but my other streaming services, it hasn't been uploaded yet, but it will be there by Tuesday as well. Some stuff happened with the holiday, and I had to do these things with my account, and y'all need to know the rest, but it's going to be up there too. Thank you guys for checking in with the Dope Dichotomy podcast, and have a great night. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.